As we celebrate America 250 at the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, we are thrilled to announce a capital campaign that will start with the renovation and updating of our Faces of Freedom permanent exhibit.
Faces of Freedom is our permanent exhibition. It opened in 2013, and since then, over 250,000 visitors have experienced this exhibition. The purpose of Faces of Freedom as our permanent exhibition is to tell the stories of the Czech and Slovak people. History, culture, freedom, identity, these are all themes that we really emphasize in Faces of Freedom.
This is another opportunity that is nicely provided by the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. An opportunity to become familiar with all of these phenomenal celebrities, important people like Masaryk, like Štefánik, Václav Havel, and many, many other important Czech Americans and Slovak Americans, Czechs and Slovaks from the homelands.
This renovation is so critically important, not only as we celebrate America 250, but as we celebrate Czechs and Slovaks and their footprints that they've made in America.
We would love to tell the stories of present-day Czech Republic and Slovakia with images and artifacts, and this is an opportunity for us to do that.
And one of our new exhibits that we're going to be planning in our Faces of Freedom is a Holocaust exhibit with Trzecinstadt, which is part of the Czech Republic now, which was a concentration camp. And we hope that from that exhibit, people will learn about the atrocities that occurred there. So please remember, when you come to see our new exhibit in the future, the Faces of Freedom, we'll have these wonderful new exhibits that will focus on things that we probably have not done in the past, but with the overall mission to educate people of all ages and all backgrounds about the stories and people's search for freedom and democracy.
Connecting people, how to do that? For sure through technologies. Being interactive, being together, being helped by AI, and all of these modern ways. That's the ambition, and that's something that we would like to accomplish.
An important part of Faces of Freedom has always been the story of immigration, and our artifacts really do reflect that. So many of our over 20,000 artifacts are brought by immigrants. We love to display these artifacts and tell the stories behind them, and this immigration section is a perfect place for us to do so, and we really can make our collection shine here.
As I often tell our youngsters that come through, we teach about 7,000 students a year, and third graders, and we fulfill the requirement for the state of Iowa for immigration. And I often say to the young people, do you know what your current nationality is, or where your parents or grandparents came from? 80% of them don't have a clue. I may be Norwegian, I may be Swedish, I may be Danish, but I'm learning that my ancestors and the journey that they came to America is more similar than dissimilar.
Early learning starts with play. So we're really wanting to introduce a lot of elements in this particular part of Faces of Freedom to have our youngest visitors be able to experience and enjoy Czech and Slovak history and culture in a fun and engaging way. We love our puppet theater. Our puppet theater is very important to us, but we really can enhance this area, and we envision a castle play area. Castles are so important to the history of the Czech and Slovak lands. We're hoping that by engaging with our early learners and our early visitors, they'll develop a lifelong love of learning, history, and especially this museum, and we'll want to come back many, many times.
We have high quality standards to meet. A Smithsonian affiliate accredited by American Alliance of Museums here in this country, bringing many times UNESCO exhibits and exhibits that go together with great global players. This is where we are, and this is what we are supposed to do, to deliver.
It has served us very well since 2013, but it really is time for some exciting, new, dynamic changes to Faces of Freedom.
Now it's the time to renovate and to modernize this fabulous permanent exhibit, to make it more interactive and to incorporate all those modern technologies, so that all of these messages, all of these great stories and the legacy could go beyond, locally, regionally, nationally, internationally.
And we also invite all people to come and participate with us as we raise the money needed to renovate, update, and create new exhibits within our permanent exhibit. It will still be called Faces of Freedom because that is truly the Czech and Slovak story.
I'm Terry Branstad, and I had the honor to serve as the governor of Iowa and ambassador to China. Well, the Czech and Slovak Museum has become a real attraction for tourists to come and learn about the history of the people that have settled here in Cedar Rapids and in Iowa. I'm very honored and proud to support the Faces of Freedom exhibit campaign and encourage you to do so as well. This is something that will help us really demonstrate what America, what Cedar Rapids, Iowa is all about. So please contribute and support the Faces of Freedom campaign for the National Czech and Slovak Museum.